Okay, ready to go? Hello and what?
Start again.
Hello and welcome to another.
Start again. Okay, that's the last one.
Hello and welcome to QIXS. My name is Alex. I am one of the QI elves. Joining me over the internet today is Anna Shazinski. Hey Anna.
Hi. Hi, Alex.
And we are back for a very special festive episode of QIXS today, which I've decided to call QIX Mass. QIX Mass.
Clever.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, real
It's good,
clever.
isn't it? And we are also here to celebrate the release of QI's latest book, Funny You Should Ask, Your Questions Answered by the QI Elves. And to help us do that, we have one more very special guest. Please welcome the queen of BBC Two Radio Breakfast Time. It is Zoe Ball. Hey, Zoe.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Anna. Hi,
How you doing?
Alex. Oh,
How are
thanks
you?
for having me. I
Yeah,
know.
pull down.
Can we do that thing like in,
I
yeah,
got up. Hi.
where we looked
Yeah.
Hi.
Are we getting it right?
So, this book is actually a really exciting collaboration between us, the QI Elves, and the Zoe Ball Breakfast Show. Do you want to explain how it came about?
Well, when I took over for Chris at Radio 2 on The Breakfast Show, we knew there were various things we wanted to do with the show. And one thing that we really wanted was some clever folk involved. Because we all have these questions that come to us all the time. Those crazy things like how do jellyfish mate? Or where do you put a bat box? Or, why is the lining of my tongue always furry after I've eaten a curry? I don't know, just random stuff. And we thought rather than sort of trying to answer said questions ourselves, looking in our Encyclopedia Britannica, which are now probably massively out of date. So we thought, why not ask you guys? Who are the cleverest people we know? The QI Elves. And it sort of, we talked, and then it became the Y Workshop every Wednesday. And the listeners sent in the most amazing questions, and you answer them. And then we thought, well, you wrote this book, and inspired by some of the questions that came in.
You know that we're not actually clever, we just read the Encyclopedia Britannica that's sitting behind Alex right now. But as long as we fooled the world, that's what matters.
Now, we're having a bit of a Christmas party. We've all sent each other some Christmas presents.
Oh,
I think we've all got
beautiful.
crackers. So should we get started by pulling those?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to have to try and coordinate this so we can sync them up in the...
It's an interesting
Okay,
feature for you
okay.
to have chosen for this, Alex, given that we were going to be doing
I know,
it
it,
on
was,
Zoom.
it wasn't ideal. Okay, one,
I am
two,
pulling my own.
three,
Go.
Oh,
Oh!
I lost. I can't believe I was pulling my own cracker and I still lost.
I got the big one!
Alright, jokes. What does Santa do when his elves misbehave?
I don't know. Naughty step.
He gives them the sack.
Oh.
Get it?
Oh.
It's not great.
Wah, wah, wah.
No. You can't just sack someone for misbehaving. That contravenes all employment law.
That's a very good point.
Zoe, okay, what have you got?
I'm terrible at telling jokes, I'm warning you now. What's red and sits in the corner?
Santa Claus when he's been sued for everything he's worth by those abused elves.
You've got it. It's actually a naughty strawberry. It's a naughty strawberry.
Amazing. And Anna?
Mine is, so I just want to say that at Christmas, the tradition in my household is my dad would always, whatever you go around telling the Christmas jokes, and every cracker joke you got, whatever it was, the question would be, how does Bob Marley take his sandwiches?
How does Bob Marley take his
You
sandwiches?
know it. She knows it. Do you know it?
We're jamming. We're
Oh,
jamming.
cool.
We're
She's
jamming.
done it.
We're jamming.
That's terrible. That's
We're
a dad
jamming.
joke.
It's a great joke.
It's a classic. But we did have a bit in our book about dad jokes, right? Because everyone wonders, why are dad jokes so bad?
It seems to kick in with men at a certain point that they just become the dad who tells the bad gag. But why do they tell such bad jokes?
Well, one of the less flattering ideas is that kids will laugh at absolutely anything, and especially when kids are young. You know, there's that thing where a child often looks like their father very early on, just as an evolutionary thing to keep the dad around. So in the same way, I think the child will just laugh uproariously at everything the father says to make sure he doesn't abandon ship. So dads get fooled into believing their jokes are good.
Well, that's very good actually, because my dad would always do we'd be like, have you seen your wallet? Wallet was here earlier. And we still do that joke. It's not funny, it's not clever, but we still do it. And I do still laugh a bit at my dad's bad dad gags. Is that just me desperate not to be abandoned? Maybe
I
that's
thought
what it
you're
is.
still. There's also an idea that it's to help language, or it naturally helps language. So dad jokes are very often word-based puns, aren't they? I think my dad always used to do. It was like, what did the dog say after he'd stayed up too late on New Year's Eve? How did he feel?
Pawful.
Pawful.
No.
Rough.
Sorry.
Pawful's better. Pawful.
I guess it teaches children how words work, that different words can be pronounced the same in different contexts. So that's the flattering idea, is that they're helping their children's language development.
Right, present time. Now we all sent each other presents that relate to a question in the book, and we've got to try and guess what that question is. I will go first. I have one here from Zoe. Thank you very much, Zoe.
I wonder what that is.
Socks, I guess.
It's a tennis racket.
Is it a banjo?
Ah! A non-stick pan. Cookware. Just what I wanted. I think I do know which question this one relates to. Is it to do with superglue and Teflon?
Yeah, that question came in from one of the listeners. What happens if you try to use superglue on a non-stick pan?
These are my favourite. There are so many kinds of questions in this book, right? There's like things you've always wondered, and then there's just the most imaginative questions that a bored 6-year-old has thought up.
This is actually a great present for me because I ruined my current pan trying to test this out for the book.
Look at that!
I thought my pan was non-stick. It wasn't. Now it's got a mug stuck to it.
It looks like you're just coming up with really imaginative ways to make a cup of tea.
It's a time
You
saver.
put that on the hob.
I love the fact that you get very practical when trying to answer these questions as well. You really take it to extremes.
What's really interesting about this, though, is that we found out that the ancient Greeks had non-stick cookware. They made ceramics with loads of tiny holes in, and that helped oil to spread out in a really thin layer over the whole pan and effectively stop things from sticking. Isn't that amazing? Right, Anna, have you got your present from me?
I did get it, and it looks like it's my favourite kind of thing.
I saw it and I thought of you.
It's a fruity red, I can tell you. Really splashed out for me, Alex.
Oh yeah, it was
Really?
£3.87, I think.
God.
You really
Wow.
love each other, don't you?
I'm going to have some. Is that
I
okay?
thought you were just going to drink it from the bottle. I have heard about you, Anna. See?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to be drinking it from a pint glass, guys,
Okay.
which is illegal if you're in a pub.
What?
But since we're not allowed to be in pubs right now, I'm doing it in a pint glass. And this is a question that I insisted on having in the book. You can't serve beer in millilitres and you can't serve wine in pints. It's actually illegal. You'll be arrested if you try it. This is hard to believe, but it goes back to a time when relations between Europe and the UK were a little bit tense. Long time ago. So 19th century, Europe switched to the metric system, and Britain didn't want to. We love our British imperial units, and Europe tried to persuade us, we refused. But we did, thankfully, import 99% of our wine. Always have done. British wine, don't know if you've tried it. Don't bother. And they did it in millilitres. They made it in millilitres, they shipped it over to us, and it's much easier, obviously, to divide millilitres into further millilitres when you serve it in the pub. So that's how we did it. Whereas with beer, we actually are quite good at making beer. Well done us. So most of the beer that is drunk in this country is still made in this country, and certainly was back then. So that remained in pints. And the EU spent about 30 years trying to persuade us otherwise, and then they gave up.
Would you want to drink a pint of wine anyway?
I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know how much I'll be enjoying it by the end.
All right, Zoe, do you want to open your present from Anna?
Ooh, Anna, look.
Yeah.
I feel like I can guess what this is. Loo roll. Thanks, Anna. You've $3.89 he spent on your wine. What did this cost you?
That's actually the finest loo roll. It's double plush.
I'm touched. I'm deeply touched. My bottom is deeply touched.
Oh, that's what I was going for. I just wanted to deeply touch your bottom. No, let's not go there.
But this is because of one of the questions, isn't it? The old question of, do you go over or do you go with it under? I have to say, I don't.
Lovely TV demonstration skills there, Zoe.
I know, that's my children's training days. I have to say, if I put the loo roll on, I don't really care, but I do often put it that way. I don't know why. But yeah, what is the answer to such a question?
Your instincts are right. And this is based on the original patent, I believe. It's got a picture of it, it's over like that, it's got a drawing of Zoe in the background being the toilet roll holder.
I've had some great rolls in my
I
life.
think.
Hey, nice! I see what you did there. Sorry, can we highlight the dad joke there? The key in the patent wasn't necessarily the roll, it was the perforations. That was what they nailed. So this was someone called Seth Wheeler, who kind of sounds like someone in American Pie or something. Yeah, guys, I got a great new idea. Don't know what that is. And he started with perforated wrapping paper, which he patented in 1871.
Ugh.
And then obviously
Oh,
he spent
I thought you meant to wipe your bum.
for a different thing, for wrapping. Good idea, perforated wrapping paper. And then he obviously spent 20 years thinking, what else can I do with these perforations I've invented? Came up with the toilet roll.
I want Seth Wheeler's perforated wrapping paper now. I'd be so
Yeah, it would be
happy.
brilliant.
You wouldn't have to have that thing with the scissors where you get them jammed the piece of paper's
Yeah.
always too big or too small.
Yeah, you can never
sort of
cut it in
figure.
a straight line.
Yeah, it's always wonky, and then what a good idea. I'm actually going to give all my family loo roll for Christmas and say, nah, you look disappointed, but I have incredible facts
Very
about
good.
loo roll from the QILs, and then I'll give them a copy of this book, and Christmas is sorted. Right, this is from Alex. Don't know if that gives you any clues. Beautiful gingerbread man wrapping paper.
Tesco's finest.
It looks like another loo roll from here. You just copied my idea, Alex.
What madness is this? PG pure tea granules?
Yeah, it's another answer to one of the questions in the book. You can get instant coffee, but can you get instant tea?
What?
And the answer is yes, you can.
Shall I try it?
Anna and I have some here as well, as it
We happen
happens.
to have some here.
Should we all try
Yeah,
it?
we-
Okay.
Let's get brewing.
With your using instant tea, I have another question. Milk in first or the instant tea in first?
That's another question in the book, in fact. Should the milk or the tea go in first? Anna, this is your area of expertise, isn't
Do
it?
you know, I have been going on about this for years because I take my tea exactly according to the George Orwell essay, which was about a 43-point essay on how to make the perfect cup of tea. But I always go for tea in first and then milk, because otherwise you can't judge how much you're putting
How
in.
strong.
Although
Yeah.
the British Tea Standards Institute ruled on it last year, I think, and they said you should put milk in first.
You lot know how to live a wild life, don't you?
Oh, it's looking pretty normal, actually.
Right, shall we taste this guy?
Right, come on then. Do you know, I would never know. I would never know that was instant tea.
Oh, God. I haven't been in the office for about a month, and I didn't realise the milk is incredibly out of date.
Oh no, you just... Oh, that's disgusting.
That has, I think, put me off instant tea forever.
I guess it doesn't taste as good as fresh tea out the bag, does it? But that's quite acceptable to me.
Well, that's really kind of why instant tea never took off. It's not that it doesn't taste good, it's just that tea bags are just as convenient, so why do you need it?
The things you learn off the QIL.
Things,
Have I told you I bought this book for all my family, by the way?
Have you?
I am.
I feel like we actually should have sent you some free copies.
Okay.
Just time before we go to remind you one more time that Funny You Should Ask is out in bookshops now in time for Christmas.
Inspired by the Y Workshop on BBC Radio 2.
Well, you did write the foreword as well. The foreword is by Zoe, of course.
Yes, with some help with the joined up writing.
Yeah.
Can I share with you some of my favourite questions?
Yeah, of course.
In the book, okay? Why is bacon the only meat that comes in rashers? Why does Lego hurt so much when you tread on it? Do birds fly faster if they fart? Genius. I walk a little faster when I fart.
If you're late, do you use that?
I can't make it happen, Anna. It just happens. I've had a lovely time at the Christmas party.
Me too.
Anna, how are you getting on with that wine?
Shall we have cheers to the book?
Here's to
Cheers.
instant tea.
Everybody.
Merry
Christmas.
Merry
QIL.
Christmas.
Thank you for all your brilliant answers. Oh no,
Oh god.
I forgot about the milk.
he's done it again.